Right. I'll clap us in, right? On 3, 2, 1. Damn. Good evening and hello, how's it going? Welcome back to the
MD Vodcast. It is episode 8.
2.8, yeah.
2.8. I got it right this time.
I knew we'd make it. That was our milestone. Make it to episode 8 and miss 3 weeks in amongst it all.
Yeah.
Cock up the audio a few times and learn nothing really.
Although, do you feel like this season, though, we've kind of worked out the whole aesthetic a lot better? Rather than me and you look like we're stuffed into the corner of your garage?
Yeah, when you think about the size of this office,
Yeah.
and where we all are right now, where everything is,
Yeah.
2 by 2,
Yeah.
you know? It's a big office.
Yeah,
Here
exactly.
we are,
Like, why would you...
squeezed into the corner.
Like, yeah, like, the whole space, we have to rearrange it every week.
Yeah. It's not ideal,
No.
but it's where we are. We've got a cool plan, and I've been looking at a few aesthetics for the season 3. Magic, by the way, coming in season 3. Like, I mean, that's more of the same,
Is
probably.
it the MD Vancast?
Oh, patent that. I like that. That's good. I mean, you shouldn't have said that in a podcast. That should have been something we discussed prior to this.
The Vancast.
But that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Join us next season when Mark and I do the podcast from a van in
On-
fun locations around Northern Ireland.
Yeah, like your driveway,
Yeah.
my driveway.
Outside the pizza shop. Yeah. At some red lights.
Yep.
So what you can't see off camera today is Mark's got the football on. You know?
If you're watching, you will see I've got... Although I do like this wee setup that you've got.
Yep.
If you're watching, I've got
So there's a bunch of lads doing kickball.
Liverpool's playing. And I
Go on the Reds.
just
No?
decided to...
Is that right?
Yep, that's
They are.
correct.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So I just decided to keep it on there, just to keep an eye on it, because I know somewhere my dad will be, did you watch a match? And I'll say, no, I was recording a podcast. You chose to do something else?
Yeah.
And he'll not understand. So
Now,
at least this way I can say...
The abbreviation, what's the abbreviation for the opponents they're playing against?
MKD.
MKD?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even got a guess for that. What the are they from here?
No.
Here being Brexit land.
They're the MK Dons, or the Milton Keynes Dons.
Oh, right, so they are.
Yeah. So yeah, we're beating them 2-0. Come on, Reds.
Didn't realise they were
Yeah,
even a
there you
football
go.
team. So there you go.
Who would have knew we actually started talking about sport on this?
That's
a new grind for us.
Sometimes we cover topics like this. We'll
Absolutely.
cover politics. Never. Absolutely never.
Never.
But yeah, we've been doing a bit of featuring back and forth. We've really just been waiting for about an hour and a half because that shit band was back.
Actually, I think they were a shitter band than we've had in the past. They weren't good. Well, actually, they started really loud and then they started playing a lot of like these melodic.
I think members of the band went home after a while. We ended up with just Mick, the lead singer, with his I don't know.
Now I've got rid
electric.
of them. Now I've got rid of them. Derek, just hit record there.
Yeah.
They record some bangers.
I'll put all the heartfelt stuff now.
I wrote. Do you know what? I was sitting with my cat the other night and I was thinking to myself, fuck, I love this cat. Let's go. This just fucking... I've wrote an album about this cat, right?
You're just there.
Derek's
That's
like...
the cat, by the way,
yeah.
making a noise.
Derek's like, Barry, I'm just going to hold record. I just want to hold recording here. It sounds kind of weird that all these songs are about Timmy.
Yeah. Why are you writing a lot of stuff about your cat, fella? But like, yeah. They were very loud. And what's funny is I was sitting listening to, while I was waiting for Mark, I was trying to work something out in the old Adobe Audition.
I had cellular turned off on my phone, so it was just Wi-Fi. And when I left my house, I didn't get any messages on my way here. And I realised this when I was walking in, and I turned on cellular and came through. And I could gauge pretty much before I seen your face how angry you were. You don't swear a lot when you're texting.
Yeah.
But yeah, 80% of the text was swearing, and I was like, oh, they must be bad.
Also, I noticed I don't know if you guys are the same. You guys, just talking to the world. Hello, world. I don't know if you're all the same, but I used to be able to write a message like in one go. I used to be able to just type the message, write the whole thing, send it in one message. Do you remember back in the days when you had Nokia 3210s?
Yes.
Right? And you were like...
Jack Daniels phone cover, what about it?
Yeah, wow. Really? Jack Daniels
it was
phone cover?
cheap as you could.
Oh, right. But you know when you had... I mean, maybe you're still on Pay As You Go. If you're on Pay As You Go, drop a comment wherever there's comments. Mm-hmm. Let us know if you're on Pay As You Go. Lame.
How do you like being robbed?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So Yeah, and on the page go. Remember when you used to get like, back in our day, this is, when our phones had buttons, you used to have,
Petrol?
yeah,
Starter motor.
back when we used to have a steam engine car.
Yeah.
But remember, you used to have, they would give you like limits to how. I mean, you still get that now, but it's kind of a bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Back then, it was like 150 messages, and you'd
I
burn through
remember-
that in like
Yeah.
the first 2 weeks, and you'd have been like, you could only message people because you had like 100 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they brought out the unlimited text message stuff, but before
right.
that, you had to be like, you have to be clever about how many text messages you send. So you just sat and typed the whole thing out. Where now I'm just like, hi, send, Mark, send,
Yeah.
what are you doing tonight, send.
Yeah, that happened.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
My daughter, one of her friends, she said that she's now got a phone. She's to keep in touch with us. We're picking her up and stuff. And one of her friends, she goes, my friend isn't on iPhone. It's coming up green. Does that cost me money? And I was in my head thinking,
I don't know what that means.
I was like, yeah, no. But in my head, I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, text are unlimited.
Yeah.
That's free for. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have any
Yeah.
friends that are on Android.
Yeah, first
my
off,
brother actually.
You're friends with someone that's not on iPhone?
Yeah.
So get out for a start, because
Yeah.
I can't be bothered with whatever you're talking
How
about.
do you airdrop anything?
Oh my
That's
goodness.
tragic.
This happened the other day. I was on a job, and the person I was with, they took some photos and they phoned for me for reference, and they were like,
yeah.
do you want me to send these to you? And I was like, yeah, just, do you want to just airdrop them? What them? I was like, you on iPhone? No. I was like, fuck you then.
Yep.
I was like,
Never seen
I
the
don't know,
photos,
then
bye.
just email them, print them out, pop them in a letter, post them to me, because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, it's such
Some
a
fax number.
yeah, it is, but it does feel like it,
Yeah,
because people
absolutely.
go, how can I send these to you? I'm like, well, I don't know, go back in time to when you
It's-
bought that Pixel 3 and just buy an iPhone, airdrop them.
Without getting into like a technical talk about like I don't really, each to their own, but it is one of the main reasons, regardless of number,
Mm-hmm.
it is the main reason I keep an iPhone for AirDrop. Any other reason? Because even when I'm on my computer, I'm like editing a banger,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a solid 23 likes, and you're edit, and like, how did I get this off my computer if
Yeah.
I didn't have an iPhone? So that's the only reason I keep it every time. Like,
That and handoff. Handoff
that's unreal.
is a beautiful thing.
yeah,
Like, when it works.
mm-hmm.
When you want it to work,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. But it irritates me a bit when I'm walking. But when you actually seamlessly are walking through the house, you're looking at something, and then you sit down, and it'll, boom, air
Yeah.
pops up. You're like
I
this.
know, that's great.
Amazing.
So yeah, I would just like to talk about our sponsors, Apple.
Apple. It's very much Apple. I'm waiting on my iPhone 11. Hasn't arrived yet. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'll keep checking the post, guys.
I know, and
But-
yeah, I'll just keep watching the match on my iPhone 7 that's
Yeah.
battered.
I was going to say, is there a spider web on ours? That screen smashed
No,
to
it's
pieces.
smashed to bits.
Smashed to bits.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway, I can't remember. I feel like, you know what we didn't do? Cheers, by the way.
Well, yeah, for have your drunk.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
Tune comes in now. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. So, I was thinking of the beauty of season 2 so far for
Yeah.
me has been that we haven't planned anything.
No, not pretty much, not one thing. I actually like the way that, which I don't know about anyone who's actually listening or watching this, what they think, but I like the way that we don't, at the first season, we would have give each other a heads up. Let's kind of, let's graze on these topics, and we kind of got
Yeah.
to them. This one here, we literally just said, that's recording, and there you go.
Yeah. Well, I think it's worked okay. It's definitely been more fun.
Yeah.
What was funny was season 1 started as if like we wanted it to mean something. You know, like
yeah, we wanted to,
yeah,
we were like,
let's do a podcast where we talk
we're
about
like
content
every
creation.
dickhead with
Fucking not.
no, every dickhead with advice. I'm Gary Vaynerchuk, and here's some knowledge.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
cares?
So then I was thinking this week, I was like, I should start writing down things.
Right.
Because I don't know if you listened to last week's episode, because I listened back.
I had to listen back to remember what we said.
A bit delirious.
Yeah.
Recorded it quite late at night. Been a long day.
Yeah.
I felt like the two of us, maybe we'd inhaled some fumes or something in traffic or...
I put it down to, do you ever get when you're like really tired? Like you get past that stage where you're tired and everything's funny?
Yeah.
And your mind doesn't go to like, I went down to the shop and got a pizza and tripped. It would be like, I went down and tripped over a dog. And then that was kind of
Yeah.
where our conversations were going. I felt it was kind of like that sort of weird tiredness. When I look back, when I listened back to it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What are we saying?
Are they talking about a dog's foreskin? Ah, they are.
Yeah, they absolutely
That's what's
are.
happening.
Yep.
So to avoid that happening again, I was like, I wonder if we should write down things that happen. So I didn't do that.
Okay.
Okay? but I just remembered.
Okay.
Right, and I thought, I'm just gonna throw something out there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a scenario I'd like to run by you.
Go for it.
Right, by all means, let us know in the comment sections or whatever. DM us on Instagram. Thoughts on this?
Yeah, go for it.
Wife and I and the kids. Right,
Right.
go into the ice cream shop.
Perfect.
Right, not gonna mention names. Maud's. All right. Oh God.
Yeah.
Going into Maud's for an ice cream.
Right.
All right, and
Showing off how much money he's got. Whatever.
yeah, getting the tubs. Yeah.
Did you put a limit on it? Like 1 scoop, 2 scoop? Just go nuts.
Oh, actually, on that, all right. So Pamela's getting a 3. Okay, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Maud's. All right, as in
Right.
I love their ice cream, but they fucking annoy me sometimes.
Right.
Going the other day, they always stuff like this. Right, this is the sort of shit they do. Pamela says, "Can I get the medium tub?" The girl goes, "No worries." 3. It's was it 3 scoops? 2 scoops. Whatever one she
Yeah,
got was getting
okay.
2 scoops.
Gotcha.
She goes, can you get? She's like, "What flavors do you want on it?"
Okay.
All right. So Pamela says, "Can I get 2 of like pistachio and 1 of this other one?" Is that what it was? It was this really ridiculous scenario in which they wouldn't let her pick an extra flavor. She had to pick a 3rd flavor. And I was like, just fucking put... Actually, you know what? I've completely lost it now. I'm distracted. I started watching that football. In the middle of that, I was like... I looked, I was like, I throwing that.
MKDs are doing alright.
She's doing a throw-in over there. I've completely forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, I'll come back to the ice cream bit. So, going up to the ice cream shop.
Right,
We're
cool.
walking up to the ice cream shop.
Yep.
Right? Pamela and myself, 2 kids. We're approaching the door. Door's maybe 10 yards, right, ahead of us.
Got you.
Don't know what that is in feet. All right?
Mm-hmm.
30, roughly.
You're
Doesn't
asking
matter.
me like I'm going to say something, but I have no fucking clue.
Doesn't
at all.
matter. But
33 mil?
So what is that in a metric inch?
No idea.
So we're walking up the pavement.
Yeah.
Woman behind us. She's about 14 feet.
Yep.
She's behind us.
She's
and
24 mil behind us, right?
Her kids, 2
Yeah.
kids, young kids, ran past us. And as I was entering a said ice cream shop, her kids ran in front of us.
Close
Right?
line.
Little shits. Right in front.
Yep.
And then we walked in the shop.
Yeah.
Then, at least 20 seconds later, what's her face walked in.
Yeah.
Who belonged to the kids.
Cruella de Vil.
Where do you think she went?
If she just went in front, you do DDT to the head.
That's where she went.
Did she? What a
Yeah.
bitch.
Now, I'm a bit of a public starer. So I was like this.
Did you really?
I just looked at her, right? She walked in and she went, "Excuse me," pushed, sort of shoved through.
No, she didn't.
And I was like, "You all right?" She just walks up.
What a cow.
And I just stood there looking at her in complete disbelief. Just like, did she just walk in front of us? Like, what do you think just happened? Your kids can't run past someone. And the bag's there for
Yeah.
the queue. Like, if anything, the way to deal with that scenario is like, Margaret, Sebastian, children from the 18th century.
Yeah.
Can you come back behind these folks that you nearly tripped up while running through the
Yeah.
pit door like a pair of dicks?
Yeah.
Stand behind them.
Remember
But
the
she didn't.
manners conversation we had in
Yeah.
the house?
Yeah.
Could you act it out?
Yeah, but instead she was like, "Oh, my kids just bashed through the door in front. I must be at the front of the queue." So I was thinking, well, at what point does that become ridiculous? Because, like, okay, if her kids ran in front of us now and she didn't pitch up for an hour,
Yeah.
does everyone just have to wait? Because her kids have bags at the front of the queue.
Yeah.
So, because we were like this, "Can I get..." Your woman's in. And then she goes, "Hi, can I get a... What do you want, Sebastian?" These kids were not called Sebastian and Margaret. That's just what I little...
Yeah.
So she's like, "What do you want?" And he goes, "Oh, can I get a... what is there?" And she's like,
Oh,
"Right."
no.
And then this goes on.
For chicken nuggets?
For it's a fucking ice cream shop. So this happened like continually for like what felt like an hour. It was probably
Yeah,
like
of course.
10 minutes.
All the
But
ice
with
cream's
each one of
melted.
them, she was like, "Oh, what do you want? Can we get a wee taste of the blue one?"
A taste of it?
Yeah, sometimes they give a bit of a taste. So they went back and forth, and I was just the whole time I was just getting more
Yeah.
and more angry.
Of
I was
course you
like,
were.
just staring her out and staring her out. And Pamela's like, "What a rude lady." And then that's where I get like I get this from my mum, quite like vocally express. Yeah, but not like I quite happily deal with it to the face, but I like to say stuff so they can hear me. I'm like,
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing, like, how some people just have absolutely no manners or spatial awareness
Just while
at
you're
all?
pointing at
yeah,
her.
yeah. It's unbelievable how, like, I don't know, someone could just walk in with two dickhead kids
Yeah.
and just push you out of the way to get ice cream. Isn't
Yeah.
it, like, it's amazing how some people aren't even aware that they exist
Yeah.
here. So then when she went to pay, I just fucking stood in between her and the kids because I was like, I'm going to pay. And then she was like, so I just like made it awkward and stood there, like very uncomfortably, like a mannequin. And Pamela's looking at me, just shaking her head. And I was thinking, is it just me, or is that a completely unacceptable? At what point does that become fair?
In scenarios like that, I've got a scenario where that happened, right? But in scenarios like that, I always think I would always love to do something really weird, but to make a point. So, for example, like, can I just pay? I'll just pay for hers, because I, just do something really weird, just to throw a curveball. But we were at the back of my house. I had this idea, like, this is the most angriest I've ever got with my kids, right? Ever, not with my kids.
They pushed in front of you the ice cream.
In a scenario where my kids were there,
right.
Okay. Kind of embarrass myself. So it's a bit like the dog one. It's kind of like, why am I saying this? But I will go for it.
Yeah.
So there was like a field behind my house, right? And it was snowing. In fact, if you go on my Instagram, there's a story way back where me and my kids were going for a walk in the
Shameless
snow.
Instagram plug.
I know. I haven't done it for a while.
If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, come and follow me on Instagram real quick and give that a view. Send it to a few of your friends.
No, yeah.
Subscribe to YouTube.
It was the ages and ages ago. I don't like the music in it, whatever. Yeah, but anyway.
Was it that band, by any chance?
Yeah. Oh, could be. Jesus Christ. But anyway, we went for like this walk, and the idea was I would have really loved a photo of me and the kids in the middle of this total snowy field. We have like a bit of like a balcony on our house. So Lindsay, the idea was, next up we're going to Maud's. Yeah, 4 scoops, please. Yeah, so the idea was Lindsay was going to take the photo from. So you had to walk out of our house, down a wee bit, up this lane, into the field. I was going to give her the
the signal, yeah.
Love!
Yeah.
So
No!
So she was going to take a photo. I was right in the centre of this field, right? And I thought, all right, great. Well, you know what? While we're here, let's build a snowman.
Yeah.
And in fact, the kids didn't even build a snowman. They were just kind of throwing stuff. And we literally got into the field, which was wide open. That's what I will say. Walked straight into the field. Stand there, Lindsay, go ahead, love. And the kids messing about a wee bit. Pushed one of them over. You know, the usual stuff you do in the snow.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I hear this, like, guldering. Like, just something you describe, just noise, really. And I looked over, and there's this woman getting really irate. She pulled up her Jeep, and she was really, really irate, shouting stuff about this field.
Yeah.
And
At the field? Or you for being in the field?
For being in the field.
Obviously.
Now, do you know when you kind of like have, like you're saying there, you kind of have a wee bit of the kids have pushed past you. Now you're thinking, there's no way the mum will come in and push past us, right? Because you have a moral compass. Someone can't be that much of a douche. But so what happened was then she starts shouting at me and the kids now aggressively. Now I'm thinking to myself, I've got like a freak at this stage.
Can you shout unaggressively though?
No, but like there's a way. You go, hey, what's happening?
Yeah. Excuse me, get out of my field.
Yeah, like at there. Hey, you know you're not meant to be in here. Kind of politely. This woman was giving it stacks, like really good in, like shouting, but like. To the point where, like, do you know if you've ever been walking through Belfast and the bars are getting out and you see two guys shouting at each other and you know it's going to kick off? Yeah. That aggressive, right? So I was like, oh shit, and I've got my kids here, so I'm kind of being like, shouldn't have been in here, I guess. And I'm walking towards, so like I was straight away, arms up, sorry, no signs, field was lying wide open. I was like, sorry, all right, no problem. She's still going. Now I had to walk a good, would have been 30 seconds to get to her. She was still shouting. 30 seconds is a long time to be shouted at by a stranger. And the whole time I'm going, yeah, okay, like that there. Katie, I could see my wee girl like getting more and more like terrified as they walked towards her. They didn't want to.
Yeah, it's supposed to be shouting while you've got the kids there.
That was what I was thinking. So when I got up to her, and then she had pulled the gate across. So now I'm in the field with a gate between me and her. And she's going on about crops in this field. And I was like, there was no signs. The gate, well, now the gate's closed, but the gate was open. There's no signs, whatever. And she's still in my face shouting. And then I lost it. And I was like, why the fuck are you shouting? In the scenario which you're talking about, and the thing, I actually did the thing that was in my head out loud. I was walking back down. She was in her Jeep at this point, and she's like, still shouting. And then I just stopped and went, kids, turn around, take a look. That's an asshole.
Oh, Jesus.
And she got in her Jeep and just drove off. And I was walking away going, I swore a lot in front of my kids. I shouldn't have really done that, you know that? And then I was like, you know what, lesson learned. And then everyone was like, of course they went in straight, Mommy!
Yeah.
Daddy,
we seen an asshole?
Daddy showed us an asshole! What?
For fuck's sake, guys. Shut up. That's out of context.
Can we just get hot chocolate and finish the story so we'll look happy?
Yeah, just build the yellow snowman, let's get out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is funny though, whenever you go into... A long time ago, alright, we were building BMX jumps, right?
Right.
Dirt jumps, for those of you that ride BMX bikes.
Of course.
Right? When I wasn't rollerblading, we rode a bit of BMX.
No.
Well, go on there.
It was like a reflex.
Yeah.
I don't know. Close.
So, anyway, we were at this piece of land.
It's just going to cut in again.
Yeah. Near Bloomfields.
Yeah.
In Bangor. That means nothing to anyone unless you know where that is. That
Our worldwide audience will never know where it is.
Worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, shopping centre, we were building some dirt jumps.
Yep.
And we'd been there probably a couple of weeks, going in every now and then. We're going to climb over this fence, throwing some bikes over, pickaxes, spades, buckets, things like that. Digging up holes, building them into lumps, turning them into jumps.
Yeah.
Riding our bikes. Police pitch up. I was like, oh no, here they come. Come walking over to us, looking a bit. About 4 of them. Walk over.
4?
Yeah, 4 people.
Jeez.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Coming
They
heavy.
walk over, they look at us, and they're like, you see how annoyed they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Walking over. And I'm immediately like, I'm super friendly in these situations. Oh, good afternoon, officer. How can I help you?
Yeah.
And then I get, lads, and they're looking around. What he's up to? We're like, just building.
Not drugs.
Yeah. Guys, wipe your nose. So it's like, just building dirt jumps. I think we were like 17 or something here. Just building dirt jumps, officer.
Mm.
And he looks around, he goes, of course you are. Of course you are. And I was like, do you not believe us? And he goes, no, we believe you. It's the man across the road we didn't believe. And we were like, why? What did he say? He said he phoned up the police and he went, there's a bunch of louts in the field across my house burying bodies. That was the phone call he made to the police. I'm like, listen, that's not an emergency. It's not a seagull, right?
Yeah.
Like, he phoned up the police and told them that we were digging up graves and burying bodies in broad daylight.
Yes, but
then 4 police officers had to come and check this out. It's just a bunch of kids, scruffy hippies digging dirt jumps.
I love the way that the police rocked in and was like, didn't think so.
Yeah.
And
Give it a look and went, those lads couldn't kill anyone.
And then they got in their car, turned away, and you're like, got away with it.
Yeah. Dump them in, lads.
Filled them.
And go and get that man from across the street. You'll report us again.
Yeah, lights.
Yeah. Don't call us a light. We used to always get that from, riding bikes, man. Like, I had a bunch of mates that we used to ride with a lot, and I was always the polite, get you out of the shit person. You know, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Are we not allowed to have broken in here and ridden these bikes?
Yeah.
Are we not allowed to be in the roof of the shopping centre? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And I had mates that were just like,
how did we get here?
Yeah. Oh, my bike accidentally slipped out from under me and rode up this wall on top of McDonald's. But I had mates that were just like, they just ran. Doesn't matter what happened.
Yeah.
And you would do it when you were legit not doing anything wrong. Police! And they just leg it. I'm like, what is happening?
Everyone for
Why
themselves.
My
One of my friends, you know what's really funny? I'll tell this story and I'll know if he's listened to this because he'll text me because he hasn't texted me in ages. So I'll know if he's listening.
Dad.
Yeah. That was dark. I like that. Very good. No, he was in another shopping centre in Northern Ireland, right?
By the way, we travel a bit. We get around.
We're in the same borough in this story. So he was, do you know the car wash? Do you know those car washes? But you have got
like Euro wash.
Yeah, but you know the ones you have to do yourself with the brush.
Yeah.
But you know the side, they've got those side perspex walls in them to kind of stop everyone getting spread. When car wash windows.
They're like walls, but you can see through them.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? They're just like dividers just so everyone doesn't get soaked. Well, those there. Well, whatever they were doing, they were pissing about, and my mate kind of like, I think he was rollerblading or was he BMXing, one of the two anyway. But he went through this,
Yeah.
and the thing
just a power slide.
yeah, but the thing just like, not like through it, like, you know, crashed through it. It was all like a big dramatic thing. It just kind of fell out.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so he broke it.
Yeah.
Police rocked up.
Nothing to do with him.
Yeah, police rocked up. What are you doing? Vandalism and all this here. And he was like, what? And then, so he did a wee shit in his shorts. Phoned his dad. Right?
Legit.
Yeah, no.
Legit.
I'm sure he probably did.
Okay, no, it's okay.
He's not, like, you know,
take that back. Yeah, Dad, you didn't. No, you know.
So like he's like,
no one shat in their pants, but like I thought you were being serious. There,
no, he probably did.
Yeah. Not only do I need to go directly home, but I need to stop past Primark and get some underpants.
Well, job's good because you go home with us.
Yeah.
You're getting done for vandalism, whatever. So he phoned his dad. Whatever way this story worked out, which is straight up legit because I've seen the aftermath. He went to his dad rocked up.
Right.
His yeah, I'm drawing a diagram. Nah, he phoned his dad and was like, look, I've knocked out this bit of perspex out of the
window.
Whatever. Yeah, well, like window.
Knock
Like,
this plastic window out.
Perspex needs a lot.
It's like sheet.
Yeah. So his dad had a bit of perspex in like his shed or whatever.
From the one he knocked down.
Yeah, yeah. One he got from the other shopping centre. But he phoned his dad and his dad rocked up. Well, like the police, he went down to they were talking like went into the garage, wherever it was.
Glued it.
I'm the contractor. I'm here to fix the window. And they were like,
what window? We've only got perspex sheets.
Yeah. You mean the car the car splash dividers?
The clear plastic car walls. You mean those things? Yeah, because the windows are fun.
Windows are sweet, but those car splash people dryers, there's one of them's falling out. But he was like, I'm here to fix it. Just let on like he was a contractor.
Yeah.
Went out, started fixing it. Says, oh, it was already broke. I'm here to actually fix it.
Ah, brilliant.
Police were like, oh, okay. Bye.
Just remember that.
Just drove off.
Jesus. Just remember that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm here to pay for the food that he wasn't stealing it. No. I actually contacted him earlier on. I was coming in to pay for a full trolley load of food from Tesco. Here's that. Leg it. Yeah, foolproof plan. Didn't hear it here.
I heard the wheel was broke on one of those metal food storage transportation devices. You mean a trolley?
I was on one of the in Tesco in Bangor, alright? They got
Globetrotter.
got these downward escalators, right? Like, and I don't mean like a step one, I mean like a downward travelator.
Oh yeah, I know the ones you mean.
I don't know why it's downward, it's not like it's...
Yeah.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
then the wheels stick in.
That's right.
So I hop on the other day and push my trolley in, and I'm standing there with my
I used to make
trolley.
Lindsay stand at the front of it so in case it went forward, and then I realised the actual wheels just stopped.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. When I look at it, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. You're there, but you move. I can roll you, but you also don't move. What's going on? So, I'm sitting on the travelator. There's no brake. It's just like the little things stick in a groove. The trolley's basically broken into two little things and it falls into the grooves.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Tongue in groove. Tongue in groove. Oh, Jesus. Not today.
Weird movie.
Delete. But so I'm sitting on the trolley, I'm standing on the trolley on the travelator, standing there, and I hear this rumbling from behind me. Right. I'm thinking, is that one from the ice cream shop?
Yeah.
I look behind me.
Benjamin and whatever Margaret were coming in.
You know how wide a travelator? This is a standard like escalator, not like an airport one, like a normal uno el persona, one Spanish for one person travelator thing.
Yeah.
Rumbling up behind me. Some crazy man wants to get past. The thing's only fucking 45 and a half feet long. You know,
so your
13 meters.
Jammed in, you can't move.
No, and he's like, I can hear him rumbling down. And look at my, Jesus Christ, getting to the end. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. And he's like, he gets up behind me and I think he's going to register that there's a human being in front of him and there's physically no room. And he goes, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I look down like that. Yeah. And he goes, can I get past? And I went, no. Just turned back around. What? I don't know what he thought he was getting. Like,
Pam,
yeah.
I just need to tell you. I phoned you.
Police. I'm being bullied by a man on a travelator. It's ridiculous. I'm just like, oh God. I was talking to someone about this today on a shoot about the GPSA. So I have this theory. If you haven't heard it on my Instagram, go follow my Instagram.
Sweet.
And if you do,
Absolutely.
if you haven't heard this theory, I have a thing I call GPSA, which general public, separation anxiety.
Oh yeah, you've
Right.
said this before. I think on this
Have I?
you could have done. Is this about
Jeez,
the
I don't know what's what anymore. What's
no,
even
go ahead.
real?
You said because there'll be
There'll
well
be stacks of new listeners.
of
For all
course.
the new listeners, all right, Dad. Mark's dad.
I guarantee that won't happen.
A general public. Basically, the concept is that if you want to do anything ever, anywhere in the world at all, in any borough in Northern Ireland,
Yep.
some other sod wants to be where you are,
Yeah.
and it happens continually.
Oh yeah.
And this is exactly what that was. I just want to stand on the escalator for 30 seconds without you needing to get past me. What is so urgent? If it was that urgent, just leave the trolley.
It's like when you find that sweet parking spot in Victoria Square. You know, when you're there, we're moved
Yeah.
out of North Down. We're in Belfast now.
We're in the smokes. The
Yeah.
big the smokes.
Yeah,
The big smokes.
Yeah. Whenever you're in Victoria Square, you get that sweet space. Not one, no one's near you. You've got Charlie with you, so I can justify the mother and baby spot. Like, I can get the doors open, sweet. And then you come back and there's some like douche who's parked like right beside you. Can't get your doors open, like, and there's like about 100 other parks.
Yeah.
It's just free around, but he
Yeah.
just has to park beside you, really close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
I often write a little note.
Do you?
Yeah, with my key on their bonnet. No,
Yeah.
no, I wrote a
In
little
blood.
paper. Like one time I just wrote, "You park like a twat." And
Really?
just like stuck it on the window.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I normally have a little notebook there just for writing that out. You know,
I would do.
death threats.
I'd be like, give me the notebook.
Yeah.
Is there a pen? There's no pen. Fuck.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I'll make an angry paper jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PSNI Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitter. What was it you did?
Lads, it's Dylan again. Never mind the seagull. Someone's parked very close to me. Guys, I got a code 46. Everyone turns.
Forget about the dead bodies in Bluefield. Dill's in trouble.
Dylan's struggling to get out of the door of his car. But yeah, I find that that's why I love the van. Hashtag van life. That's why I love the van, because that's sliding door.
Well,
When that
yeah.
shit happens, I'm like this. Magic door.
Yeah. I love it now because my kids don't bash my door off the wall every time they get into my house. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it is really frustrating.
It's across the board. It seems to be like two guys trying to. I mean, this is a huge building we're in,
Yeah.
and we just want to sit in it for an hour
In
and
silence.
talk a bit of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, look! By the way,
3 minutes of silence.
oh, that's okay. It's only 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
That's all right. Oh, fuck that. Who's playing the football?
Liverpool won.
And what do the other guys get?
Bucked out of the cup.
Yep. What cup?
The English.
English
Cup.
England Cup.
The England Cup. The Cup of England.
Cup of England. Football of England.
The top of England.
So yeah, I just GPSA just does my absolute tits in. It's something I just really can't be bothered with sometimes.
Yeah, I can understand that. Definitely with car parking. It would be worse on a glider. Or the
God.
bus.
Oh God! See when people see that right when so I've had a funny experience with generally public transport, and I'm in two minds with it. Like, on one hand, love talking to strangers, hearing other people's stories, learning. But on the other hand, would just all fuck up. Just
Yeah,
leave me
like,
alone.
there's
Just
this-
leave me alone.
Talking about our sweet Instagrams. The funny thing is, do you ever, because we're obviously in Northern Ireland, it's quite a small community.
Yeah.
I would say, and doing the kind of stuff that we would do, it's even smaller, right? So whenever companies are reaching out, they kind of reach out. They'll reach out to me and you, me or you, and generally a pool of people. Okay. But there's one company that has never reached out to me, and I would have to downright refuse to do anything with. It would be Translink. I hate public transport with all my heart, and I try and love it. You know, I try and work it out, but even when I do, like the only times I was ever late for work was because a bus didn't turn up. I just can't get on board with it. And I know you've been on
I
the
like
side.
that. Nice pun.
Yeah, but I know you've been on their advertising
Yeah, reluctantly
reluctantly.
signed a form. Shouldn't have.
Yeah, I'm on a toilet in Dundonald Dice Bowl
That's
on the
not
wall.
to do with any of that.
No,
That's
there's just
your,
me walking with the family in a shopping centre in Belfast.
your phone number.
yeah. But I just can't get on board with public transport and pretend. And it's a mixture of because I don't dictate the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't be like, oh, I'm a wee bit late. I can speed up or I can find another way. It's like, no, we're late. We're in traffic. We just have to sit here.
Yeah.
That bores me.
That's why those bus lanes are great.
I know.
Someone obviously thought it was called a slider.
Somebody was stuck in traffic and thought, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
Like think
Couldn't work the button. It's probably the new door. I don't know how to fucking open this.
Yeah.
It's just a touch button.
But don't
It's
get
just
me
made of
wrong, I
glass.
actually like sitting on a glider. I would
Yeah.
love to like drive one.
Yeah.
No, I think it's fascinating. But I mean, imagine that scenario. Imagine being in that thing. I guarantee you, it was an empty bus, right?
Yep. I mean, I think it would be better if it was a full bus.
No, but like
Just to
imagine
see the reactions.
an empty bus. This is your theory. An empty bus, right? The dude sits beside you
Shits himself.
and just curves one out.
Yeah. No, you're sitting there and you're like, so hold on a second. See, this is funny, right? When someone tells a story like that, we all picture it in our own way.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just put that's a whole another scenario.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of a different way of that. Because that sounds like legit that would happen. And also, fair enough. Not fair enough. I mean, it's
What like?
it's not acceptable.
So what do you mean? Like,
to-
so some dude's
to
just
do a
sitting
shit on the bus.
You're sitting listening to a podcast of
Yeah.
your choosing, and then you look beside you, and some guy's just curling one out.
So,
You're like, dude,
so
you just go into and you gotta like them. He makes eye contact
Yeah.
with you.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Are you booing right
Like,
now
I won't-
on a?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is but there's only you and him now, and because of that theory that you have,
that
he's
because you've
sitting
lost-
right beside you,
Yeah.
and he's just like,
So
sorry, mate. Sorry, I just have to go to the toilet here. Do you know what I mean?
So
Like,
here's the
think-
question, right? Was it a conscious decision? So initially when you said to me, a guy shat on a bus.
Yeah.
I literally thought guy walked in, dropped trowel, squatted down right in the middle of the thing, looked around, went, "All right, lads,"
Yeah.
and just out the next stop.
Yeah, like,
You
I don't know.
Only pay for the one. But like what you're saying is now opening up the possibility that this could have just been an accident. Sat down. Oh God, where's my stop? Where's my stop? Oh please! Oh traffic! Oh I've shat. I've just shat. Excuse me. Sorry, I'd hate to bother you here. And you're in your Bose wireless headphones. You're like this because you haven't seen any of this.
No.
You've had your headphones on. All you've seen is a guy going like this.
Yeah.
And you're like this. Yep. Excuse me. Yep. Yes. What? I've just shat myself. Fuck off. I'm off. Guys, where's the button? Get me out of here. Ding ding. Guys.
That happened. That was a real thing.
And you've never, since you did that, you've never been on the glider again.
I'm not like back. Yeah, no. Like, I just think, like, yeah, nah, public transport. No, I'm not a friend.
I like public transport. I get annoyed at like simple things. As far as the public transport goes here, I quite like it. Like it's always. I come from a country where people hang on the side of trains.
Yeah.
You know? And that's your parents disciplining you.
Yeah.
Do it again. You're hanging on a window, son. No, like we wouldn't have got public transport a lot in South Africa. You would have been certain times of day you would, but it wasn't the same as here. I find it here to be very reliable. Everyone here loses their shit if a bus is 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's this weird standard where the bus, you can't be 10 seconds late for the bus, but the bus can be 10 minutes late for you. And there's no leeway. And it's hard. And it's like, that's just the way it is. Like, there's no real way for that to work. And I kind of accepted that until one day I got to the bus stop 5 minutes early. The bus never arrived.
Mm-hmm.
So I got on Twitter.
Yeah.
Where's the bus, lads? And they were like, that bus did its journey. You know, it made it to where it was going. And I was like, well, I was at that bus stop 5 minutes before that time.
That's
and you know what their
exact same
reply was?
What?
You need to be there 10 minutes before. We advised customers to be there 10 minutes before. Because
Well, then why make the time so specific? It'll be here at 9:27.
And also, if the bus thing says 27, if that bus gets there at 22, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Or
that
text me.
Well, that happened to me, except I didn't get on Twitter. What happened was I phoned them and was like, dude, because where I am, there's two ways. There's like up the main carriageway. So like one time the bus will go up the main carriageway, and then one time it'll come up past me, and then it'll do vice versa every time, right? The one that was meant to come up past my house, it just didn't. He decided just to go up the normal carriageway. He forgot. That's straight up. They were like, yeah, that their buses went on.
Yeah,
it looks like he's just went.
Stephen again. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get his coffee. He just,
Yeah.
you know what? It was quicker for him.
He didn't reckon there'd be a lot of people standing
He
up in the
needed
hills.
his shit. It was
Yeah,
quicker
yeah.
just to go up the carriageway. So then he was like, so they just didn't do this. So then I had to go into work. It was like, bus, whatever, blah blah blah. You were late. This kind of conversation, whatever. And that was fine. So that was when I was starting in the morning, like 8 o'clock. the next week I started at 8 o'clock. The same thing happened. I was now late twice. That was the first time this happened. I was like, fuck. And so I was on the phone, right? Steve again.
Yeah.
It's just Tuesday
Yeah.
shift. He did it
Yeah.
again. I was like, well, what am I
Yeah.
to do? Like, I'm
Option 1, right? I get fired. Or option 2, Steve gets fired.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking it up for everyone.
Yeah. And I was just like, but that's like everyone along, like your brother lives along that road. Like,
Yeah.
that, but except everyone along that road
Yeah.
didn't get to where they're going. They had to wait an extra like 30 minutes.
He always says my brother, like, he lives literally on that road.
Yeah.
So he says often he'll be like, 32, bus comes in 5 minutes, and he'll be sitting there in his living room, and the bus just drives past his house.
Yeah.
He's like, 4 minutes early.
Yeah, it's really bad.
He says it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it is. It's I get more annoyed at like, I don't know, stupid shit like when a train just fucking leaves the platform. Like one day I was pushing the button on the door, the train just left the platform like a full minute early. But like mostly, I quite like the public transport. I love how empty it always is. But there's like little things that drive me mad. Like you can't bring a bike on the train before 9:30 in the morning.
Or on a bus at all.
Yeah. I mean, the bus thing I get, because it's a bus. But still, if it's a big bus, you can, I get the bus thing
But you can take a
because of
shit.
what a bus... But you I can't take a bike, but I can take a dump.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't take a bike on a train before 9:30, and it peeves me off. And I'm like, why?
But see, like when America, they have that real. I don't know if America, maybe Australia, I don't know, maybe other places, but they've got that thing where you can just, they've got that big tray at the front
Yeah.
of the bus, which obviously if it's in a accident, obviously your bike's fucked. But
Yeah.
like you can just set your bike on the front of the bus. Like that makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. Or even in the
Mosquitoes
back.
all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood the... I mean, I understand it. I get it.
Do you know this is
There's
the
not
most
a lot of room.
dad conversation me and you have ever had
Yeah,
on this? We're
this
just
is
talking
very-
about, just
yeah.
arguing about public transport.
Hello, is this the Public Transport Network?
Yeah.
With a few things we'd like to write
Yeah.
today. And don't even get me started on the Department of Infrastructure and the road situation in Belfast.
Look, you might know me from my other work, such as complaining to the police about seagulls. But
Excuse me, I actually got a
You're-
seagull saved, so you guys are in for fucking trouble today.
I just want to pre-warn you, your day's ruined.
It is funny though, those kind of things. What did I see today that was great? NI Greenways on Twitter. Or like whenever I'm always like, it's basically a dude, but he's great, and I only know him from Twitter. Like I literally only know the dude from just talking about like basically he works. For all I know, this is a group of people, but I just think it's a dude as far as I'm aware.
Is it not Sustran?
Sustrans? I think it's a
Sustrans?
part of that though, isn't it?
Yeah, could be.
But and they work on the NI Greenway route and promote cycling, and one of the MLAs or someone was putting up some sort of... This is not a very well-researched story, by the way.
No, go for it.
Somebody from something was doing a
Yeah.
thing, and you won't believe what happened. No
I
one...
think it was definitely a guy, maybe a girl, but whatever happened. And here's what
A
they
guy,
said.
a girl, or a group of people...
They might have said
Yeah,
this.
maybe did some stuff. Some MLA in Belfast put up a what are they called? Not a survey, not a questionnaire. When they want you all to sign a petition, sign a petition to remove the bus lanes in Belfast. I knew nothing about this until I saw NI Greenways put us on Twitter,
Yeah.
and it was like it'd been up for like 3 months, and it needed something like 500 votes for Parliament to even look at it. I mean, we haven't got Parliament in a minute, but for Stormont to even look at it,
I just always
500.
Think, I just always think petitions are just a big piss shite.
Well, it closed. Are there 10 signatures?
Did it? Yeah.
And I was like, that's good. No one gives a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, don't worry about it. And it was like that. It was that bus lane thing.
So what is it? What would you rather have, a bus lane or a bike lane?
Her argument was ridiculous. I don't even know what it was, but it was her. If I remember what it is, I'll put it in a description below. But
Instead
her
of a
argument
bus lane,
was,
can we have a row of markets?
the thing was, her argument in a nutshell was that since introducing the bus lanes, it's just caused havoc for cars and made traffic worse. And it's like, yeah, they're encouraging you not to use a car in the city centre. The point is that a ton of us can fit on a bus,
Yeah.
and only 4 of us are in a car. Most time, 1 of us are in a car. The whole idea is you're not supposed to drive.
Well, there's me and you driving home tonight on two big
2
long
vans.
wheelbase
I know.
vans.
And do you know what's funny? Since the bus lanes have come into effect, it's quicker for me to drive straight through the city centre in the mornings.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, we use the ring roads. And I get, brilliant. City centre's empty. I just drive straight through. It takes me like 3 minutes to drive straight
No way.
through the city. One end, the other end. 5 minutes max. If I go around, 15 minutes.
No way.
So I'm like straight through the city, you know?
Yeah.
Bring some of those emissions into the city centre.
Absolutely.
Dump them out the back.
Yeah.
Rev that van a bit. And then ride my bike the next day and cough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But because of van life, take a shit where we want.
Do you have a toilet in your... I don't have a toilet,
Nah.
man. No, that's
Nah,
disgusting.
That's not happening. No, that I can think of nothing worse. In fact, whenever people that do van life talk about going to the toilet, I can think of nothing worse than just sitting with your family around you, going to the toilet. Like our vans aren't our vans aren't big enough to close the door. You go to the toilet, it's like, ready, everyone out.
Yeah, guys. I'm using a bucket if everyone gets
Stop listening. Just turn the music up. Go to the toilet. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's those things that I watch these two guys on, and they're really good. Their videos are, like, when you watch them, are kind of a wee bit cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Flora and the Novice Explorers. They
Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, but it's like they've got like a blue. Yeah, they've got a Volkswagen Transport.
Oh, yeah. So there are people, are there?
Oh, there's our type of guy.
That's
Absolutely.
part of the squad. I can't even do it with my left hand.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so like I've watched their videos, and they're really like they edit their videos kind of like a TV show, like they're giving you information, and they're quite like, you watch them. I'd recommend watching them. I like, they're one of those ones when you're watching them kind of doing their van build. It took them 3 years to do their van build, and I was like, wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
But then now I'm really.
Do they know? They obviously don't know you though, because
What?
they obviously didn't know you when they were doing this.
No.
You could have come in, popped a few
Yeah.
windows,
2 hours.
dropped an engine, lads. I'll just drop the fuel tank on, drop it out, pop a Glock in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Kid seat.
Yeah, there's a hot finish.
Yeah. Fire a finish up the back.
Yeah, but they're like, the way they do their videos is kind of is what's got me like really like strangely addicted to their channel. And they're like they work, but they're going away. They're taking like 3 months. I don't know what it is, but
Again, this show is not very well researched.
No,
generally
not at
across the
all.
board.
You need to kind of watch
This has
them.
become mindless waffling with
yeah,
Mark and
no,
Dylan.
okay. Well, there's a recommendation. Go and watch them because they're pretty cool. But anyway, one of the things that they have, which I kind of can't get my head around, is they've got these wee like, looks like a toilet, like one of those hospital
Bedpan.
bedpan, but it's like, one of the ones like you just have to pee into, not like a metal tray, but you know.
Oh.
But it's kind of like got a cup at the end, so she can use it as well.
Huh.
And then you put like a lid on the end, but the lid's not a screw lid, so it could just pop off at any time. So
Yeah.
it's
It's like it's as useful as a keep cup.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
It's
much.
just guaranteed to spill on you at some point.
100%.
Yeah.
And not keep anything warm.
Yeah.
Although, anyway, so the thing is, like, they use this thing, and I was like, and they were like, this is a really good option if you're like out and doing van life.
And what are we talking about doing in this?
Oh, it's just piss.
Oh, right.
Straight up pee.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, so
Seems
anyway,
unnecessary.
yeah. But I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, you know, when you're just watching something, you're just accepting it. You're like, I'm learning.
Buy one of those.
I'm learning.
Yeah. Have it hanging around your neck in case you
Yeah.
need it.
But then I was thinking to myself, but like, do you know when you just come right out of where you were, and then you
Yeah.
start thinking like literally what it would be like to be using one of them? Just, you know, you just sit in the driver's seat with like just one of these wee things.
Yeah.
You're just
You're digging
pissed-
in a thermos.
yeah, pretty
effectively.
much. Or like, they're like, even like, you know, oh, look, like I've seen from Bridesmaids.
I can't imagine a situation where it's so bad that I need to
piss in a
piss
bottle.
in the container
Why
whilst
just-
driving. I'll be like, I just stop.
Yes,
for
but this
2
is the-
seconds and whiz in a bush.
But this is the bit that I don't understand. It's like, well, you're in this scenario. Cut that out of it and just get out of the van and
Yeah.
take a piss
Yeah.
up the van
Yeah.
even.
Worst case scenario, you don't have your piss cup.
Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna do? Oh, we in a bush. Just do that then, because
Why-
that's less fucking weird than the cup.
Yeah. So why carry your piss with you in this bottle?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So like, all right.
Yeah, piss in a cup. Carry that, love. Oh, I'll
Yeah.
just put it here next to the fucking soup, will I? Leave it in a cooler box.
next to the pillows. You know what I mean? I just think about it, just like, in what scenario would that be better? Just piss
None.
in the hedge?
There's no scenario when that's. I mean,
Do you know who could have done with one?
the guy in the bus.
The glider.
You'd be like that. Oh no, I've shat. Sorry. Yeah, I'm stuck in the thermos and I've shat on the floor.
I thought it was a wee. Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no need for that. I mean, I don't understand why.
Because I was going to do a toilet in a van, it would be a full walled. I want a door closed, lock it. You know what I mean? Sound deadening.
Here's an interesting thing for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this one.
Go for it. I'm thinking.
I'm going to give you a name. And I want you... Name association.
Okay, go for
I'm
it.
going to say the person's name.
Yeah.
Tell me what they do.
Okay.
Bill Gates.
Computers.
Close. What's Bill Gates about?
Money.
Wow. No, actually. Seems like a barrel of laughs, actually. So I'd have thought that.
Did you watch this documentary?
Yeah, Inside Bill's Brain.
I haven't watched it.
Now, I've only
yet.
watched episode 1. I was just like...
A couple
Okay.
of people have recommended it. I haven't watched it.
So I saw it, Inside Bill's Brain,
Right.
and I thought, brilliant.
Yeah.
I've watched all the ones about what's his face from Apple. Forgotten his name.
Steve Jobs.
That guy, Steve Jobs from Apple.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
with the hamsters.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Your dogs.
on what? Do you know? I never clarified that.
Yeah, because you see that I was going to say that was part of the thing I was going to touch on was in amongst the madness.
Yeah,
When I listened to that story,
sounded
back,
like I killed the dogs at some point.
it sounded like your dog
Yeah,
died
yeah.
from an erection.
Yeah. So my FYI, jumping back, just summarize it real quick. Dogs were totally fine.
Yeah.
We took them to a beagle farm in England.
Oh, you get rid of them?
Take what you want from that. You know, we took them to.
It sounds like something you told the kids.
Yeah, we did tell the kids that. We took them to a beagle farm. That's legit.
Yeah.
We'll actually cover that. That's a whole story in itself because that's kind of funny. But yeah, dogs are fine. They're still alive, I
Cool.
think.
Yeah,
There's
cool.
way more to that. But the Bill Gates thing, when I thought I'll watch that, that'll be quite interesting. It's
Yeah.
all about tech. It'll be about Microsoft, the things, I don't DOS,
Yeah.
things like that, when you type. And it was nothing about that. It's about
How-
diarrhea in third world countries.
Is it really?
Classic Bill Gates. Bill, once you left the glider, pop off to Uganda, did you, for a quick visit?
No
And
way.
a dump. He has a foundation, the Bill Gates, and whatever his missus's name
Oh,
is.
I know kind of like they give a lot of money away. I know.
No, they work on this development for treatment of what is it, like human waste, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of people are going, oh, third world countries need clean water. And he's like, no, they don't. They need sanitization.
Yeah.
There's no point in giving them clean water if they're shitting in it.
Yeah.
Effectively.
True.
So he basically puts this whole thing together and gets universities and engineering plants together, and they basically work on creating cheap toilets that effectively cost 50,000 quid a toilet. And he was like, I need that to cost £500. So he speaks to these factories in China and they build them all. It was amazing. But I was like, good God, I didn't sit down. Like, my kids were sitting, watching it, I don't know why, with us.
Yeah.
And in the first 20 minutes, the word diarrhea had been said. Try to say the word diarrhea around a 7-year-old boy.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Instant
this guy
laughter.
walks in the suit. So we realized there was a big problem with diarrhea. Killing himself. I'm like, and he keeps going, diarrhea. I'm like, go away. Get. But worth having a watch because it's really, really odd. I never expected it.
Is it one of those other programs though where you watch and you ever go through those phases where you watch like somebody's life story or somebody what they're doing, and you start going, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that guy's creating something where he's like creating sanitization or like which will enhance a part of the world.
Yeah.
And what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Podcast.
We're just talking about translating
Yeah.
shit on a
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah. Complaining because the bus is 3 minutes late.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. I know third world country are dying from diarrhea.
Yeah, exactly.
But our bus was 3 minutes late.
Yeah.
I had to get a good takeaway coffee.
I had to.
the way
I
to
was
work.
late for a really well paid job where I had loads of benefits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like I hate watching stuff like that and stuff about space.
Ah, fuck space.
Really?
Did we get into this before?
I think it's
Literally.
one of my biggest phobias
Yeah.
is learning about space, and not the size of space, just how like we're just a bit of dust.
Do you know what's so funny is when we were watching this show, I referenced space.
Yeah.
When I'm Pamela, just all of it, just all the space.
Yeah.
Reference space.
Yeah.
So no, I said to Pamela, "That's mad, isn't it?"
Galaxies.
Like Milky Way. And other thing, I said to her, "Isn't it mad that space travel is literally a thing that we could potentially do before we die? Mm-hmm. Like in our lifetime, space travel's an option. People dying from diarrhea."
Yeah.
And I thought, that's a crazy reality. Oh, will we ever have enough money to fly in a shuttle to Mars?
Yeah.
Will I die from the shits tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, that's actually two, ends of the spectrum. And I just thought, that is insane.
And then you think, but I always like, I don't know what that would be, but I always turn that like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what do I add to that equation?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what am I?
And walk off.
Yeah.
Book under your arm. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like, what are you adding to that equation? And it's really like, it's really dark and really dark. But I always think whenever they did that thing where it was your man, what do you call it? Tyler Grayson? What do you call that guy? He's like the real space guy. He did that there. He did that show Space where he like got in a wee. It was like.
Tyler, if you're listening, what's your name?
I talked about it before about how he did the thing with the phone, and how you don't drop your phone
In space.
No, he did this here theory where he plays around with his phone.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
But he did this here show, and he basically laid out like a calendar, so like January 1st to the 31st, whatever. 31st, and he basically said this calendar represents life, right? Or represents like inception of everything, and life.
Oh, like not each person. You mean like
no, like everything,
As,
everything. Like so from the Big Bang, whatever you believe, from there, right? Where do we fit on this calendar?
like us?
Yeah, it's on the last second of the last hour of the last day on that calendar. We're on. That's how much influence humans have had in the history of everything. Now this was in the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like that.
Yeah.
I realized.
Tell me this though, Tyler. How many dinosaurs went to space?
Yeah.
Evolution, fella.
Yes, but I was like already. I had realized I hadn't blinked in an hour. Just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, you know, like, totally like. I started getting all like deep, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, you're like this. This whole week I've been panicking because I couldn't edit a YouTube video.
Yeah.
About my thoughts on walking.
I couldn't I forgot to film a bit, and now the whole video doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, there was a bit where I said we're getting takeaway, and then we didn't get it on camera. Is it even worth uploading? And it's like this. You're all insignificant to fucking everything.
Pretty much.
It is mad, yeah. That's why I stopped thinking about how TVs were made. When I was a kid, I used to be like, I don't understand how TVs are made. Like, legit used to think about these, like, the concept of what it, like, how do they film that and it ends up on our TV? And for, like, I reckon the gist of, like the guts of half a year, as a kid, I stressed about how TVs are made, how sound traveled through telephone poles. And then one day I thought, not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. There's way smarter people in this world who are working that shit up. What am I good at? Right? I'm still looking for that.
Yeah, like that's where I go. Like, and everyone's like, stand your lane. Am I even in the right one? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I think I'm still parked on double yellows, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sitting on a glider beside a guy taking a shit. That's my life. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the tea.
Yeah.
So there you go.
What are we on? On an hour?
That's us on an hour. And that's there's a bit of waffle there I need to chop out of that. So yeah, that was a funny episode. Well, it wasn't a funny episode. That was an episode of the MD Vodcast.
Yep.
It's always funny when we get to the end of these shows, I look at Mark and he looks at me and we both communicate through our eyes.
Yeah.
And we go,
that'll do.
We just talk about?
Yeah, that's pretty much
clearly
it.
Not even communicating properly. Both are communicating. So anyway, that's been that. Thanks for listening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I'm watching.
And watching.
Because people do watch it. Like, it always shocks me when you see like the views on the video. Yeah. People do watch
Retention
it.
rate for that.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as we start talking about shitting on a bus.
Sport.
Just imagine it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that. We'll catch you guys in episode 2.9 next week. Thanks for watching.
3 more to go?
Yeah. Peace. Big
Bye.
days.
Yep. Catch you in the next one. Bye. I'm on the Reds.
Come on the Reds.
Come on, MKDs.
Feels better. I always feel like my voice sounds nicer talking into this pop shield.
Yeah, and you take it away.
And take it away and it just sounds like nothing.
It's like your phone not in a case. Do you know what I mean?
That feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, your phone not in a case. You're like, I like that, but I'm not going to type it. I'm not doing that.
I think that's so weird that we buy silky smooth phones. Well, I want to buy that one because I like the bevels.
Although
I'll wrap it in a case.
Look at that.
Fucked.
Absolutely fucked.
Look at that shit case. What is that?